What's going on, you guys? Welcome on back to the channel. Now, if you're a big fan of My Hero Academia Vigilantes like me, then the news that we just got recently is probably some news that you've been looking forward to for a while now. And that news is we just got confirmed for a season 2 of Vigilantes. Now, we already have season 1 being split up into two cores, so 12 episodes for this season, 12 episodes for the second half. So it's going to be 26 episodes in total for season 1. But season 2 just got announced like recently. So that right there just shows how much faith they already have in Vigilantes. The fact that they're already greenlighting a season 2 for it before the second core even comes out, before we even get a trailer for the second core. So I guess with this video today, I pretty much want to talk about how I'm feeling about Vigilantes, where I think it can go next, and my appreciation for it as a whole. So, how I'm feeling about Vigilantes so far. Well, Vigilantes as a whole has pretty much revitalized my love and appreciation for My Hero Academia as a whole. If you've been following the channel for a while now, you know that I didn't really like what was going on in My Hero Academia for a very long time. I was part of the faction of My Hero Academia fans that felt jaded by what was going on in the final war. The final war I did not like. I really didn't like the final war. The anime has been doing a great job at alleviating some of the problems that I had with the final war, but all in all, I really wasn't a fan of what happened in the final stages of My Hero Academia's manga, and it really took like those bonus chapters coming out to pretty much change my perspective on the series and how I viewed the ending as a whole. Oh, but with all that being said, even though I wasn't a fan of My Hero Academia and all the stuff that was going on in the war arc, I saw Vigilantes and I had a little bit of hope when that first trailer came out. At first, though, when I first saw it, I was just like, all right, it's My Hero Academia. I don't care about My Hero that much anymore. But I watched that first episode, man, and there was something special about it. I couldn't put my finger on it, but there was something special about it. And as this season has played out, like we got everything with Stain's beginnings, we got everything with Tensei. There's so much stuff that's been going on in this season that the writing is so good, in my opinion. The animation is top notch. The production is actually a very good production. I'm actually surprised with how good the production has been throughout this entire season. There hasn't even been one bad episode in terms of production quality. Like that's kind of for My Hero Academia. That's kind of unheard of because in the original My Hero Academia, there are some very bad episodes in terms of production wise. Like just look at My Villain Academia if you want like bad production. That's such a bad production right there. That's the gold standard for that. But man, the stuff that we're getting in Vigilantes is just something else, man. It's so good the way that it's just being handled. Like the way Vigilantes is being handled is how I've wanted My Hero Academia to be handled for so long. That's why I have such a big appreciation for Vigilantes, man. It's so special to me with how they're handling it, and I just can't wait to see what they do next with the story and where that story is going to go next. Now, now that we're talking about where the story is going to go next, I think it's a perfect segue to talk about where I think Vigilantes can go for this next like portion of the story. Now, keep in mind I am an anime only, so these are pretty much just going to be like speculations as to what I think can happen and all that. So, what I think could happen next, I do think Stain is probably going to come back at some point. We spent so much time like talking about his beginnings in the anime and seeing how he's been able to develop his ideology to become Stain. I just think it's a perfect opportunity for him to come back at some point. I do think that we're also at some point going to see Eraser's backstory. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. I'm not sure how it's going to be explained. I'm not sure what's going to initiate it. But I do think we need to see Eraser's backstory and how his friend died because it's such an important thing in My Hero Academia. And I keep hearing people say the backstory is amazing, but I'm an anime only. So I have no idea how his backstory even gets initiated in the manga for Vigilantes. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how Eraser's backstory is going to happen, how it's animated, and how everything went down for this specific plot point. Because this is a very important plot point that if you're an anime only, you just don't know about, which I always thought was very annoying. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how the Eraser backstory is going to be handled. That's one of my most anticipated parts of Vigilantes, seeing how that's all going to play out. Now, and in terms of where I think like romance could happen, I do think Koichi and Makoto is like the big romance that's going to happen throughout Vigilantes. A lot of people were saying Koichi and Pop Step. I don't think so. I think Koichi and Makoto make the most sense in terms of romantic chemistry. Like I already felt like they were gonna get paired up. Like the first episode that we saw them in, literally on Monday, I thought that I was like I saw that episode and I'm like, yeah, this is probably going to be the main couple throughout the series. So I'm looking forward to seeing like if they extrapolate on that relationship at all, see if like they add any anime original things to it, see if they expand on it some more. I don't know. And lastly, one thing that I really, really want to see is I want to see how Knucleduster lost his quirk. I have a feeling it's because of All for One, but I'm not sure like how he even showed up on All for One's radar. I would love to see how that all went down. Because that's the most interesting thing that we have left, in my opinion. Seeing how Knuckleduster loses his quirk is such an interesting concept to me. I really hope they tackle that either this season or maybe the next. That's just a mystery that I really want to see. Like, how does All for One get his quirk, and does All for One use his quirk at any point in My Hero Academia? That's what I really want to know, and that's what I'm most curious about. Now, the final thing, though, that I think this season is going to talk about, I think we're going to learn more about Trigger and the organization that is behind Trigger. That's what I'm most looking for. That's another thing that I'm very much looking forward to, seeing how all this is going to unfold. Like, they've been in the shadows now for pretty much the whole like this whole duration of the season. They've been in the shadows, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing them come into the light, seeing them take center stage, and seeing Koichi having to like step it up and become even more of a hero than he's already been. That's what I'm most looking forward to, man. Just seeing how the story continues to evolve and how it can grow and change as it goes on. And man, season two just cannot get here soon enough. Season two is gonna be so good, man. I just can't wait, man. Like the I just got done talking about all that stuff, and man, the amount of stuff that I feel like they could tackle next season, it's gonna be good. This is gonna be something special, and I can't wait for even more. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. How do you guys feel about My Hero Academia Vigilantes already being confirmed for a season two? Right? Like, at least to me, this is some big news because Vigilantes has pretty much revitalized my love for My Hero Academia. So, what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I'm going to talk to you guys next time. Bye.